Hey yo, welcome into CHGO Bets Daily, presented by PointsBet. Use promo code CHGO when you sign up to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Welcome into Studio B of our CHGO offices here in the West Loop of Chicago. I'm the host of CHGO Bets Daily, Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. And alongside me, as always, is my co-host, Cody Delmendo. Follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. And I loved, Cody, right before we were going live, our producer Steven saying Marlon Mack was signed to the active roster somewhere. I can't
49ers.
hear you. The TV's on.
The TV is really loud. You're right.
With Marlon Mack? That's what, if it was maybe Justin Fields is going to be out Sunday, Davis Mills is going to be out Sunday.
Hey, it's interesting that 49ers
was
love
scratched,
running the ball, and they got 200 running backs now.
You just care about your daily fantasy.
It's interesting for fantasy.
Anyways, we are here to talk about the heaters that we have both been on.
Heaters!
I had a great Sunday. Cody had a great Sunday. I think I'm done betting college football. I'll just wait until baseball's over because I got baseball and NFL. I think I'm good with that. Mm-hmm. I'm bad at betting college football. I think there's some things that I can figure out, but
Dude,
I didn't do well.
How can you say
Saturday.
that after you bet Kansas money line?
That's true.
The only thing that when I saw
Plus
it in the Slack
baby.
channel, the only thing when I saw in the Slack channel that I was disappointed in was that you only put $2 on it because that was juicy. Oh my God, I would have been so hyped if I would have, put my nuts on the table and said Kansas money line, and then they were down 14 points for the consecutive straight week and came back and won handily. Look at Kansas. Remember, like a few weeks ago, I was like, "Oh, the under on the season win total."
We all took the under on that.
They've won their first 3 games.
Yeah,
I'm kind of in on Kansas. I like their quarterback a lot, and I love Kansas overs, which I did take that. Someone convinced me to take that, and I took it.
Well, I took Kansas at Houston over 55.5. I'm not sure if that was me, but
no, it wasn't you. But
those are my 2 good plays. I also had NC State minus 9.5. So I ended up going 3-2 on Saturday, which I guess isn't bad, but. I had Oklahoma 51 points. They had 49. Hate to see it. And then Nevada, I had them at plus 14.5. They could have just not restarted that game. They could have just left that delayed. They didn't have to finish that game out. I didn't care to see that game. That game was boring. That game was ugly. I hate Iowa football. I hate Nevada football. Both of those teams can just play basketball
that
only.
That game took forever to end, too, because of a delay.
Yeah, the delay.
Midnight, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah. The under hit like I said it would, but Nevada couldn't just put a few points on the board to cover the 23.
Or the 14.5 that I bet.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way Iowa can even score 14 points. They scored like 28. It looks stupid. Anyways, though, let's get into Sunday because Sunday was a lot better for me.
Well, I will say, like I said, I took the under on Nevada, Iowa. Florida State minus 2.5 was a sweat Friday night, but never a doubt. Never a doubt. Old Dominion plus 8.5. Yeah. I had Old Dominion money line too. What a heartbreaker on the Old Dominion money line. And it was a disgusting game. They won, like Virginia won 14-13 or something like that. And Old Dominion, their shitty offense and all, drives down the field and scores to take the lead with 1 minute to go. Old Dominion, 8.5-point dog. Scores with 1 minute to go, and then Brennan Armstrong, I think his name is, for Virginia, drives Virginia down. They kick a field goal, and as the time expires, and they win.
Breaks your heart.
That was brutal, but I did get them on the spread, Old Dominion, which was never a doubt.
Old Dominion has a new admitted student because you're sending your child there.
Oh yeah, I am sending my child to Old Dominion because that was a great cover. My one flaw in college football this week is that I took way too many unders. California, Notre Dame, under, it hit 41. It went over barely. Colorado, Minnesota, under 47. That went way over because Colorado doesn't know how to play defense. I took Georgia State to win by 20 against Charlotte because Charlotte sucks. I said on the show Friday, it was like fade Charlotte. They're my new Kansas because they suck so bad. And as a 20-point dog, they won outright at Georgia State.
There you go.
I was like,
so college football expert right here.
Yeah. I was shocked. That's
what we call an upset.
Right. Yes, that's a real
Because
upset.
people get upset or shocked, I
Yes.
guess.
Yes. I did get Texas A&M -6.5. I ended up taking that. I took the over on USC and Fresno State. That missed because Fresno State couldn't score enough points. USC showed up to have some fun. They put up 45. Fresno State only put up 17 though, and the over/under was like 71. So that was tough. So yeah, I mean, I was kind of drunk at this bar. I made a few more bets that I shouldn't have made. Like I bet on North Dakota State against Arizona. That was a dumb idea. I was about 15 high noons deep at the time, but whatever. But yeah, my Sunday was much more profitable.
Sunday went well. I want to take you to the Bears-Packers game first. Mo Easy said, let's go. Got to beat the Texans. Bear down. Hopefully they can get that win against Davis Mills and the Bears. We'll talk about that game a little bit later and our week 3 bets. But on Sunday, I had Packers -16.5. They won 27-10. I had that at plus 165. I told you on Tuesday. I bet that on Tuesday. I knew what this whole thing was going to happen, Cody. I bet 40.5 under as well, and I bet
I took the under.
Aaron Jones over 90.5 receiving and rushing yards, and AJ Dillon over 50.5 rushing yards. All that cashed. I won like $60 on Sunday night.
I just want to say again that I didn't bet the Bears because I'm a Bears fan. I legitimately thought that the Bears, coming off the win against the 49ers, were going to somehow, some way keep it close. Again, the spread was 10. It was 10.5 at close. Like, I don't know. I'm putting that out there again. I didn't do it because I'm a fan. I did it because I new coaching regime. Like, it's not Matt Nagy anymore, but then we had a Matt Nagy like play call on the goal line. So
See, I faded the Bears because I'm a Bears fan. Like I
mean,
better.
it was smart. At the end of the day, it was smart. I guess I wanted the sweat. I guess I wanted to believe that at least they wouldn't get embarrassed. And I will say this. It wasn't the worst Bears-Packers game I've ever watched. It wasn't the most embarrassing. It was another loss.
Boring.
It was another loss on primetime, but it wasn't the worst one. So I guess my ideology behind it was correct as into saying that it wasn't the biggest embarrassment. It just still wasn't good. So
it's just every Bears-Packers game.
Yeah.
What do you expect? It was
in
just
the Aaron Rodgers era.
An uncompetitive football game, which most of those games are. All right, let's tell you first about PointsBet. This is where Cody and I are placing all of these bets. What was your other favorite win of Sunday? You could just give us your one favorite win of Sunday, if you have one.
I loved Giants money line. I took Giants. Remember when we talked about it? They were a favorite. Mm-hmm. Then a bunch of money came in on the Panthers on Sunday, and I got Giants money line at plus 100.
Nice.
And they won easily. And I would just like to say, when we talked about the NFC East divisional winners, I said that the Giants will be better than what maybe people think, and so far they have been.
There you go. All right, so nice play. And Cody made that bet on PointsBet. This football season, PointsBet is bringing you a better way to bet live on games, which means before this ad is over, you can place a live same-game parlay bet. You can bet on the next drive to be a touchdown and cash out on your live second-half over bet. With PointsBet, you have access to more live football markets than ever before. You can build the perfect live same-game parlay by combining your favorite bets anytime during the game, including spreads, totals, player props, and more. And you could choose the outcome of the next drive and next points with PointsBet's Lightning Bet. So whether you are on the move or on the couch, do it live on PointsBet. Download the PointsBet app today and sign up with code CHGO to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. And if you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis counseling and referral services. And I think I did see on Twitter the promo for if you use code CHGO and deposit $50 or more, you get the free t-shirt. I think that's back. Use code CHGO and make a first-time bet of $50 or more to receive 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000, plus get an annual free membership to allchgo.com and a free shirt of your choice. We got the QB1 shirt. That's a new release in the CHGO locker. We have the new CHGO black script shirt as well, what Cody's wearing, but make it black and white. It's sick. I can't wait for my shirt to get here. I ordered it to the office because I'm here all the time. Just the day that it comes here, I'm just taking whatever shirt I wore to the office, taking it off and putting on that shirt. I'm so damn excited to wear it. So check out that offer if you want to sign up with PointsBet. Again, new users make a first-time bet of $50 or more and receive 2 risk-free bets of $2,000 plus a free membership and a shirt of your choice. I love the red and white. The red and white's classic.
Yeah, for sure. I thought of another bet that I really loved from the weekend. Mm-hmm. And we didn't talk about it on last Tuesday's NFL show, and we didn't talk about it on Friday either as extra bets. But I made the decision on Sunday that I was going to bet the over on Cardinals Raiders. I got it at 51.5. It was
not looking good.
It was not great. It was definitely in doubt. And then the over hit when they scored that touchdown in overtime. And they didn't. It didn't
Byron
have to.
Murphy scoop and
it
score,
didn't
yeah.
have. Like it wasn't. I didn't think it was going to happen because I just thought it was going to be a field goal to win it, and I would have lost. Right. But the scoop and score, like Steven just said, just insane. Just the game winning to win the game and the over hits. Oh, there was no better feeling, I think.
You must have not seen my bet, which I had 51.5 over and Raiders win. So I was hoping for a Raiders touchdown in that overtime because I thought that bet was dead. I thought it was done and over because it wasn't look like that game was going to go over at all. So then it goes into overtime. And the Cardinals get the ball first, and I'm like, shit, fuck. And then the Raiders get the ball. I'm like, shit, fuck. They're just going to kick a field goal. Yeah. And then the Cardinals score a touchdown. I'm like, shit, fuck.
Yeah.
It was
exactly. You thought they were just going to drive down and kick a field goal, but they turn it over and they scoop and score. It was just like the best feeling in the world to win a bet that way. Had no business winning it, but that was the kind of Sunday I had. Yeah. So hoping, week 3, I'm hoping to build on some momentum. And, guys, we have more than one football game on Thursday. We have multiple college football games on Thursday. The Fun Belt is back. And Thursday night football. And college football on Friday. Oh, my God.
And it's a huge week for the South Side, like Jack R. says. 3 important games versus the Guardians. Right now, if you want to bet the Sox on the money line, it's minus 175. Run line is 1.5. Sox are at plus 125. I actually just took that. That's my baseball lock of the night. White Sox minus 1.5 at plus 125. 5 to win, 11.25. Hopefully the White Sox can pull off that win. If you were looking to go to the game, use the Game Time link in the description to buy tickets. We're going to be in section 113. So if you want to stop by Herb and I found tickets on the Game Time app in sections 152 for $4. I bet if you take a little bit more time, you could find seats in that 103 or 108 or 109 or 113 area for very cheap as well. So click the link in the description below to buy those tickets there. But Cody, we did this last week. We did it the first week. We're just going to go through. Tell me if you have a lock in the game. Tell me if you're interested in betting it. Maybe you'll put something down on Sunday for it, or maybe you're just not interested in all. Steelers at Cleveland. This one's on Thursday. Steelers are the underdog at plus 185. Browns are favorite at minus 225. They're at home. Spread is minus 4.5. Over under 38.
I already got the under at 39.5. I got the under. I slammed it. The under in prime time is still undefeated. Depending on where you're getting the lines at, of course. For me, at least, it is undefeated in 2022. The under has hit. Even in that Bills-Titans game, I pushed. So that's not a loss. I got my money back, all right? And what's awesome about that is I first placed the under on that bet at 47.5, and then I saw it move back up, cashed out, put it on 48. And I pushed. So shout out to the gambling gods for that one. Nice. But then the under in Vikings and the Eagles hit last night too. So the under is undefeated. But I also like
it's the Steelers Browns too.
Right.
Just ugly football.
Right. It's gonna be ugly. Jacoby Brissett versus Mitch Trubisky. The under is hit in every Steelers game, I believe, so far, and it's never even really been a doubt. These teams like to run the ball. They love to just look disgusting. I don't know how else to say it. Right. And the Brown, like, if you want to talk about the spread, I lean Pittsburgh. Browns coming off blowing a game against the Jets.
What I would say is stay away from that because it's just going to be garbage football. Yeah. 4 is way too many for this. I could see it being a 1-point game, a 2-point game, a 3-point game in any direction. Mm-hmm. The Steelers at plus 185. The fact that I feel like this can go either way. That should be a steal, especially with them thinking the under is going to be 38. I mean, how close is that game? Plus 185 for a team that's,
first team to 20.
Yeah, I really think that, it might be a struggle for Mitch Trubisky and the boys to put up 20, but Joe Flacco put up 30. So I don't know. I think the under though is a nice play on that one. And to go to the underdogs, I just want to throw this in there because I had a nice play. It was 20-1 odds on a 3-team parlay. It was the Miami Dolphins, it was the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it was the now I'm blanking on the
Jets.
The Jets.
Wow.
Right?
Money line?
$1 to win 20.
Oh, wow.
Right? So I just put 5 on this one. Here's who let the dogs out parlay, because now I'm going to have to do this every fucking week. Steelers money line, Texans money line, and Lions money line. Sorry to you, Mo Easy, and Bears fans out there. But I think the Texans are competent, and that's what I think.
They are better than what I expected.
I think it will be a close game against the Bears. So I think that's just, I mean, I thought it could be a close game between the Dolphins and Ravens.
Lovie Smith revenge game.
I really, I mean, that's the title of the podcast. I really felt good about the Dolphins on the money line when those odds opened up, and then I started guessing myself. Thankfully, I put that money line parlay down. I just feel the same way about the Texans. I feel the same way about the Steelers. Like, it just feels like it will be too close to not make this bet. And then the Lions, Vikings, I love the Lions. Watching them on Sunday, man, that team's fun. They could put up points. I understand Jared Goff's their quarterback, but they find a lot of different ways to put up points. I don't trust the Vikings.
St. Brown, baby.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's my Who Let the Dogs parlay out. Parlay.
That's fair.
20-1.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Steelers, Texans, and Lions.
All right. Well, I'll talk more about your parlay when we get to the Bears.
Chiefs at Colts is our next game. Chiefs favorites -275. Colts, the underdog, at +230. The home dog, the spread is +6.5.
All right.
I'm staying away from this one.
Right now, I stay away, but I lean Colts. Michael Pittman will be back this week. I assume they'll have other guys come back as well. I mean, their backs are against the wall already. 0-2. You just lost to the Jags. I know that they hadn't beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville since 2014, but still, like, to not even score against the Jags, like,
well, you know what's funny?
They need to get it together.
I saw a stat since 2000, the Colts, like, as a franchise, have been shut out like 3 times. All 3 against the Jaguars.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Very weird.
And like I said in the Slack the other day, the moment I heard that Pittman was out, slam the Jags.
I did the same thing, Cody.
Slam the Jags,
There you go.
and it was never a goddamn doubt, baby. It was great.
Next up, Bengals at Jets. Bengals the favorite at -225. Jets the home dog at +185. The spread is 4.5 over under 45. You staying away? You betting something? You got a lock? What's up?
I want to bet this game, but I'm going to wait until like Saturday or Sunday.
I'm not sure. What are you not sure about?
Well, I just want to know what the public feels about it because, like, the Bengals are in a similar situation as the Colts, right? They're 0-2. They blew, like, they lost to a bad, like, I don't know if the Cowboys are bad, but everyone thinks they're bad because they don't have Dak Prescott. Their offensive line stinks.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is bad. Jets coming off the big comeback win against the Browns. I still don't think they're good, but I do think they're a little bit more competent than we've seen in recent years. I would like to see this spread come down to 3.5 or 3 to get that field goal. I don't like it at 4. If you force me to bet it right now,
if it goes up to 5.5 though, if the Bengals become favorites by like 5.5, would you take the Jets there?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be close. I don't like the Bengals right now. Do I think they still can make the playoffs? Yeah, it's just like
Just stay away from me.
It's a stay away for right now.
Yeah, it's an ugly game. Ravens at Patriots. Ravens are favorite, -160 coming off the collapse against Miami. Home dogs, Patriots, +135 on the money line. Spread is 3 over under 43.5.
I love the Ravens here. Ravens -3. Bounce back game after they blew it against the Dolphins. The Patriots still haven't shown me anything that makes them look like a team that can win 10 games. You want to talk about how the Ravens blew that game? Well, the Dolphins have like wide receivers that like their team speed is insane with the weapons from Hill and Jalen Waddle. Right. Do the Patriots have any of those types of guys? No. So if you're going to give me 3 points, I don't care if they are a road favorite. Like, I think that's a steal.
Well, and who's the middle linebacker for the Patriots now? I mean, it was always down to Hightower. Like, I don't know if they have a person to actually lead that defense against a guy like Lamar Jackson. I mean, Lamar Jackson, I guess, fumbled the bag a little bit near the end of the game, but he also looked like an MVP in the first 3 quarters.
Right.
So I think that they could just run away from the Patriots and be up by 20. So I actually like probably Ravens money line in the first half. I think that's what I like. I think I'd avoid any spread here, over under and money line, just because I think the Ravens could blow this game out early, and
then blow it
spread,
again.
Well, yeah, the spread can get all weird, and there might be a backdoor cover. I don't know about 3, but there definitely could be a backdoor cover in some way.
Yeah, understandable, but I love getting the Ravens at -3 coming off blowing it against a team that's much better than Patriots.
And J.K. Dobbins could very well be back for that game too.
True.
You can get Ravens -6.5 on the spread, so to be up leading by at least a touchdown or more by the end of first half at +185. Ooh. I like that. So maybe if you're looking,
the only thing that scares me about that is the fact that the Patriots, as bad as they've been, their defense is still there. I mean, I know they played the Steelers.
I could see it being like 7-0.
Yeah, true. That's true.
That offense is so bad.
Like you said, there's no weapons now too with J.C. Jackson gone too.
Yeah.
He got torched by that Justin Wilson kid.
He did.
Kid.
Oh, yeah, on Thursday night. Yeah.
Bucks cut off, castaway.
Okay.
Next game, Saints at Panthers. You don't have an actual play. You just like the Ravens in that game, right?
I just like the Ravens. Okay. Yeah. If I'm probably gonna bet it, but again,
no locks yet.
No locks.
Saints at Panthers. Spread is 3, -3 for the Saints. Their money line favorites at -150. Panthers home underdogs at +130. A lot of home dogs. Over under is 40.5. Who you like here? Or do you like anything?
I want to take New Orleans, but those divisional home dogs, man.
Baker looks so bad.
He does, and that's why I lean New Orleans. But if it moves past the 3, I wouldn't take New Orleans.
You know what I've liked on PointsBet? They don't have it posted just yet, but I
also don't know if Kamara is going to be back. He didn't play last week against the Bucks.
Their running backs look fine though against the Bucks. Every time I looked, we saw on Red Zone, it just seemed like
the offense for both teams was awful until the Bucks decided that they were going to be the Bucks in the fourth quarter. But I mean, Ingram was even hurt too. He played, but he was still hurt. Like they need Kamara for that offense to really be able to do what they want to do. I expect a bounce back performance from their offense. So right now I lean Saints. But I wouldn't take him by more than 3 just because they are playing a divisional team.
I'd take them by 3. I think that the Saints are definitely better than the Panthers. They got Baker Mayfield. And what I like on PointsBet is you can bet interceptions. You could bet like a player to have an interception. I'm betting Marshawn Lattimore to pick off Baker. That's the easiest. It's going to be like probably plus 400 or something like that. I'm going to take that all day, every day.
I like it.
I like the Saints in that one. Texans at Bears. This is the revenge game, the Lovie Smith revenge game. The Texans are underdogs, plus 135 coming to Soldier Field. Bears favorites at -160. The spread is 2.5 over under 40.5. What do you like?
All right. Well, now last night it was at 3. Now it's at -2.5. So that means some money coming in on the Texans, right? I like the under. I like the under of 40.5. If I were to place a bet right now, I would take the under because I think it will be a race to 20 points unless this Bears offense starts to figure it out. And perhaps it will get better as the season goes along. But here in week 3, with what we've seen the first 2 weeks, I can't bank on it. No one can sit here and bank that they're going to go out there and put up a ton of points. But I do think the Bears win this game. Sorry about your parlay, Sean. I think this is a bounce. This is, like I've said about a few other games, like this is a great bounce back opportunity for the Bears. You know, everyone last week talked about how Aaron Rodgers is mad. Aaron Rodgers is this, and this. And they're going to go in and smack the Bears in the face. Well, they did, and now everyone's getting pissed off at Justin Fields because he says he's pissed off and he thinks no one else is more pissed off than him. Well, show it on Sunday against a team that you clearly are better than. I'm sorry. Like, I do think the Texans are better than what we all thought, but at this moment, there's still time for them to look like the Texans. But I think the Bears have the better running back. I think the Bears have the better defense.
They got 2.
And I think they have the better quarterback. they have to, like, Justin Fields is going to throw the ball more than 11 times on Sunday. Like, there's no doubt in my mind he's going to throw the ball more than 11 times. So if you're going to give me less than a field goal, basically, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a pick 'em by Sunday. Then I will take the Bears at home in a bounce back opportunity.
Yeah,
I do love the under the most.
If it's a pick 'em, I would definitely be taking the Bears. But I mean, right now I'm just staying away from that game. But I do agree.
Except
with
for
you.
who let the dogs out parlay.
Well, yeah, but that's different. Like placing singular bets. I mean, that's a 20-1 long shot. Yeah. I'm not really actually like counting, counting what my eggs, chickens to hatch. What the fuck is that saying? Chickens. Yeah, I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch. Next game, Bills at Dolphins. Bills coming off that huge Monday night win. They are favorites at -250. Dolphins home underdogs at +210. The spread is 5.5. Over under 54. I like that over under. I like the over at -105.
Yeah, I mean it's easy to want to take the over, right?
I mean, I think at least those teams will probably be able to score 30 points.
Josh
Bills
Allen loves
to
the
score
sling
40 to 20.
Stephon Diggs, like he had a great game against the Titans. Who took Titans +10.5? This dumbass did. Yeah, I like the Dolphins to cover. Divisional home dog. I love betting divisional home dogs. And I think even though the Dolphins coming off a emotional comeback win, the Bills, they've looked incredible the first 8 quarters of their season. They haven't played a divisional opponent yet. And that's why I think the Dolphins hang in there. And I hope that this spread moves to like 6 or 7 before Sunday. But right now I like the Dolphins at +5.5.
I'd be shocked if the Dolphins are in this game. But
would you?
Yeah, okay. I mean, I just think the Bills are that much better. I was shocked that the Dolphins even came back against the Ravens, so that's why I'm staying away from this game. But definitely, I think the Bills will dominate the Dolphins. I was just shocked that Lamar Jackson and the Ravens just fumbled that game like they did. Also, we were talking about the Bears Texans. Want to let you know the official CHGO Bears tailgate, the first ever official CHGO Bears tailgate, the best in the city, is happening on Sunday, September 25th. It starts at 8 a.m. Join us. We're going to kick it off at 8 a.m. It's a 4-hour pregame party that goes all the way to kickoff, and our inclusive tailgate experience at the corner of Michigan and Roosevelt will feature a top-rated food truck, brews and booze, games and music from a local DJ for only $34, my friends. And the lot is less than a 15-minute walk to Soldier Field through Grant Park. Limited parking upgrades are also available, but are going fast. So if you want to bear down at the biggest party and best party in the Windy City, go to allchgo.com to reserve a spot now, or click the link in the description below for more info. Cody, I'm assuming you'll be there.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be there too, aren't you?
We got a pregame, so I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'm not sure. We have to talk to Jake. Because Sox, playoffs, we got a Sunday game, not sure. All right, let's keep this going, though. Raiders at Titans. This one's still in the 12 o'clock block. Raiders are the favorites at -125 on the money line. Titans are home dogs at +110. The spread is 2 over under 45.5. You like anything? Staying away?
Right now, I like the over because that Titans defense looked so bad the other day, and the Raiders have, they just blew that game against the Cardinals. So, I think they're going to come out and play well. The only thing that I'm a little afraid of on the spread is, are they going to put Malik Willis in? Are they going to finally let him start for the Titans? Because Ryan Tannehill's looked bad. They put him in the game last night. If Malik Willis starts for the Titans, I might consider betting the Titans just because first game of his career, they're not going to have any scouting on him. He might just go wild. I don't know. And we saw the Raiders' defense be sus in the second half against the Cardinals. Comparing the Titans' offense and the Cardinals' offense isn't exactly similar. But Derrick Henry's due for a good game. Both these teams, their backs are against the wall. Both of them 0-2. Both of them had bad losses. Titans a home dog, but it's not divisional, so that's why I'm a little afraid. If Malik Willis starts, I might consider the Titans. But right now, I lean Raiders. We'll find out.
Yeah,
I do like the over. I think the over is a good play. 45.5 against these two teams that are turning the ball over. and they like to throw the ball.
I was big on the Raiders coming into the season. The fact that they're 0-2 and blew that game against the Cardinals, I'm staying away from their games right now because I just can't get a read. Because you're absolutely right. Like, I mean, they might be kicking Ryan Tannehill's ass, and then, you know, here comes the QB change, and, you know, there comes the backdoor cover or something stupid like that.
Well, I don't know.
I'm
saying mainly as if they announce that Malik Willis is going to start before Sunday.
Okay.
Like, if they announce that Tannehill's going to start, then, like, I'm going to take the Raiders.
What if they're like Tannehill, though? You're starting. If you make a mistake, throws an interception first drive, they might bench him. You know, I don't know.
That's fair.
Things can change so quickly. I like your thinking. That's why I just stay away from the game. Still in the 12 o'clock block, Lions at Vikings. Lions are favored at plus 190 going to Minnesota. Minnesota, the home favorites at minus 240. The spread is 6. Over under 53.5. What do you like?
Well, I kind of like the over. Both these teams, Minnesota didn't. But they're not going to be on prime time, so Kirk Cousins will be good. He's got the best receiver in the game. The Lions have looked really good to start the year. They almost came back to beat the Eagles, backdoor cover. What a cover it was, and then just beat the living shit out of the Commanders.
They almost let them in that game though.
That's true. So I like the over 53.5. 6 points seems like a lot. So I'm leaning Lions right now.
I like the Lions on the money line at plus 160. I don't know what to make of the Vikings.
Well, on my points bet app, it says plus 190.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, you said plus 160.
Oh, plus 190. I just don't know how to read.
Okay.
Plus 190. I like them just because I don't know what to make of the Vikings, and I understand. Kirk Cousins is a different person on prime time,
like
not
the
on
lights,
prime time. Yeah, but like I just think that the Lions are fun. They have a lot of grit. They have a lot of determination. I don't know if the Vikings do. I think the Vikings and Packers are kind of just like, we could probably win the NFC North and we'll just see what happens around, week 11. Then we'll start turning it on. The Lions are probably like, we need to win every single game. I don't know. I think the Lions are really determined. I think that's really pushed by Dan Campbell.
It's weird to say because it's
like
the Lions, but I think 6 points is a little too much for the Vikings.
Over 53.5 too. Yeah. Seems like that's easy money. I like that as well. Eagles at Commanders, talking about over money, minus 300 for the Eagles. They are on the money line. They're the favorites. Commanders plus 240, another home dog. Spread 6.5. Over under is 47. Another one where I like the over.
I like the under.
Really?
I like the under because I know Philadelphia. First off, Philadelphia coming on a short week because they played on Monday night. Divisional games, so both teams know each other. Carson Wentz.
I don't know if but like that's AJ Brown. Jalen Hurts is better. Carson Wentz is a new QB.
I guess. That said, I still like the under because this game will go one of two ways. It will either be close, and that 6.5 is going to benefit the Commanders, and there's going to be a lot like the Eagles defense will show up, but the Commanders defense has shown to be decent too. In week 1, I thought their defense played pretty well. The 47, if I would take the over if it was down to like 45, but at 47, I think that's a little too high. So I lean under because, again, short week and divisional game, and then I lean the Commanders because Carson Wentz revenge game, and 2, the Eagles have yet to play a team in their division yet. I think that, like, week 1, they almost blew it to the Lions, and then, of course, on Monday, they looked great against the Vikings. How will they do now against a divisional foe on the road? I think 6.5 is too much. If it was down to 3, I would take the Eagles, but I don't like it at 6.5.
I guess the Eagles didn't go over in their game against the Vikings, but the Commanders the Commanders' first week total was 50. It well went over. It was 36-27 in their week 2 game. And then it was 36-31 or something in the Eagles' first game. So I think 3 of their 4 have gone over that number. That's just why I like that over of 47. So I would go Eagles, Commanders over, but Cody lays out a pretty decent argument there. Jaguars at Chargers. Jaguars are the favorites. Also, 7 home dogs in the 12 o'clock slate. That's crazy.
That is
7.
crazy. Yeah.
Jags at Chargers. Jags are the underdogs and the away team plus 250. Los Angeles on the money line is minus 325. The spread is 7. Over under 48. What do you like? I feel like you don't have that many locks this week.
Yeah, I don't love the board as much as I did last week. Right now I lean the Jags because I don't know how Justin Herbert's going to be. He almost died last Thursday.
That's true. Plus 250 is a good number then.
I don't know if they win. Clearly the Chargers are a better team, and like we can sit here and say that they should have won that game Thursday night against the Chiefs. At least I think that they were the better team against Kansas City the other night, and they just blew it in the second half straight up, in my opinion. So bounce back for them, but I just think 7 points is too much, especially with Herbert. You know, I think he'll play, but like how will he be able to run out, like escape the
and how
pocket?
Does one hit hurt?
Yeah, you know? I mean, shit. You remember he tried to run out of the pocket at the end of the Chiefs game, and he couldn't even do it. Like he threw the ball out of bounds, and he had a wide open lane to get a first down.
And then the next pass, he literally threw a touchdown, right?
Yeah. So it's weird. Like I think he's gonna play, but it's definitely a little alarming. And so to give me 7 points with the Jags, with them coming off a huge win against the Colts, Trevor Lawrence continuing to grow a little bit. I like their run game. James Robinson's back. Shout out ISU, even though you didn't allow me into your school. I never forget, never forgive. But James Robinson is pretty good. They also, their run game is real good. And 7 points is a lot, man.
Yeah, I'd stay away from it just because I'm not sure if Herbert's starting. I think if Herbert starts, this game might be a blowout just because Trevor Lawrence is so... You don't know. You don't know. He's just so young. So I would, and I mean, it's not like Herbert's not young. He's just better.
This is a 3 p.m. game. This is perfect. If you're gonna play it, you place the bet and then take a nap.
Yeah, I like the Jags plus 250 right now, though. If you're going to take anything from that game, I do like Jags plus 250 because of what Cody said about Herbert's health. Rams at Cardinals. Rams are the favorites at minus 190. Another home dog. Cardinals plus 160. The line is 3.5. Over under 49. I like the Cardinals plus 3.5.
Yeah, I like the Cardinals plus 3.5, and I love the over here. I think there's going to be points. And the Rams, they couldn't even cover against the Falcons. They have failed to cover their first 2 games. I think they're going to be fine, but I think it's going to take some time for them to gel and to really find their rhythm and look like the Super Bowl contender they are, because they are coming off a Super Bowl hangover, right? So I like the Cardinals at plus 3.5 of them coming off that big game against the Raiders. Again, divisional home dog. I love it. And then you have it set at 49 with the way that those offenses play. And the way that Stafford can throw a pick here or there, maybe there's a pick 6. Same, even Murray has been sus to doing that. Annie has the mobility, the out of pocket mobility to maybe run for 1-2. I just think it's going to be high tempo, and this over might help. I wouldn't be surprised if this over hits in the first half. It just depends on how much clock each team eats up, but. Yeah, I like the Cardinals at plus 3.5 to be in this one.
Yeah, it's just I don't know if I trust the Rams yet. I don't trust the Cardinals, but the Rams kind of looked iffy even against the Falcons. Right. And the Cardinals were they looked dead in the water for the first 6 quarters they played. So they're just an odd team. I think I'd stay away completely. But, Cardinals again, plus 3.5. I mean, a lot of these NFC West games are usually close. So that's why I would say I could see it coming down to a field goal. Again, I could see that.
The over is to me is a great play if you don't really know how to bet the spread for this one, because the Cardinals defense has looked awful in the first game, and then they looked awful in the first half against the Raiders last week. So for 6 of their 8 quarters, their defense has been bad. And the Rams, I know they have a pretty good defense, but again, like I said, they're not playing their best right now. They could be sus to giving up, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a 20-20 game at half, or a 13-10 game at half. That's en route to that's around the track of 49 points. If you get a little bit more up tempo in the second half, maybe a 17-10 game at half, I would not be surprised if something like that.
Yeah, last year they met 3 times. First meeting was 53 points. Second meeting was 57 points, and the third was in the wild card round. It was 45 points. So lots of points scored in that matchup.
Right. In playoffs too. I mean, we usually see less points. So nice numbers there, Steven. Yeah, I would definitely lean the over on that one. Falcons at Seahawks, still in the 3 o'clock block. What?
I'm just looking at it.
Okay.
I'm laughing.
The spread is 2. You can get the Falcons as the road favorites at plus 105 on the money line. Seahawks, the favorite at 120, over under 42. I'm staying away because I don't want to watch this game, and I don't want to acknowledge it. I don't want to acknowledge that it exists.
I can't wait to place the bet and then not watch it. I'm slamming the under. You give me 42 points. Marcus Mariota and Geno Smith.
What if they score like 30 each though? Like, what if they just run it up?
No.
The defenses are bad.
No, not. 49ers and Seahawks went under last week, and it was like 39. Like, these teams are just going to punt all day, I think.
I'm going props only on this game. I'm going DK Metcalf to score his first touchdown of the season versus the Falcons.
That's a good bet, yeah. If I were to bet this game, I would take the under. I think that there's going to be why do you not want to watch it? Because there's nothing entertaining about these teams.
Right.
1 and 2, like they don't have good offenses. They just don't. So that's why I like the under.
I mean, I was saying this when we were watching the game. It was the Raiders and Falcons game. You saw Marcus Mariota as the quarterback, and the running back was Cordero Patterson. If you told me in 2019 the Bears quarterback would be Marcus Mariota and Cordero Patterson, I would have barfed. I would have thrown up. The Falcons are a bad football team. Geno Smith is the quarterback of the Seahawks. I totally understand what you're saying on that one. Let's go to the final 3 o'clock game. Green Bay at the Bucs. Green Bay, the underdog at plus 110 on the money line. Bucs, home favorites at minus 125. The spread is 2, over under 41. I don't know about the over under, but I like Tampa minus 2.
Yeah, I like the Bucs minus 2. The Buccaneers' run defense is great, right? Like I know Kamara didn't play, but Ingram still, I know he was hurt too, but like they couldn't get anything going on the ground, right? And Green Bay's offense is literally based off the run game. If they don't run the ball, then Aaron Rodgers has to trust someone outside of Allen Lazard.
Well, and Tom Brady and the Bucs have had success versus
he's 5-1 against Aaron Rodgers in his career. So maybe Aaron Rodgers is due. I mean, the fact that you can get Aaron Rodgers at plus money is like, I wouldn't blame you. It's kind of like how I looked at it in week 1 when I took them against the Vikings, but that backfired.
I'm going to tell you this, guys. The line's going to move a lot in this one. Mike Evans appealed the suspension today. He's going to have a resolution to that.
I don't think that Mike Evans.
That's big. He's a
great
receiver.
Big deal.
Julio Jones will probably be back. What's Chris Godwin's status?
I don't think
probably
Godwin's
not
going to play either.
Okay, but still, I mean, Julio might play. I trust the Bucs more.
This isn't prime Atlanta Falcons Julio. He's good again.
But I mean, anything helps.
Anything helps, but this is Aaron Rodgers too. I mean, you need all your bullets against him.
That's true.
If you want plus money, take the Bucs minus 3.5. You can get it plus 115. All right, if
you want plus money, just take Aaron Rodgers, bro.
We love plus money. Don't take Aaron Rodgers. That guy sucks. Let's go to the final game on Sunday. Niners at Broncos. The spread is 1. You can get the Niners at minus 115 on the money line. You can get the Broncos at plus 100 on the money line. Over under is 45. I will take the under.
Yeah, I'll probably take the under because of 1, the trend, and 2, because both these teams they're just not gelling right now, right? The Broncos actually our friends at DMVR are freaking out, man. Like Russell Wilson has not played well the first 8 quarters of the season. They beat the Texans, but they didn't look good doing it, right? I do like Broncos plus 100 on the money line just because they are at home, Sunday Night Football, and it is week 3. Maybe the Broncos offense finally gets it going. They have a good defense. The 49ers are probably going to play Jimmy G because Trey Lance got hurt. If Trey Lance were to play, I would probably feel a little bit different. And again, I went to Eastern Illinois University. I'm a Jimmy G guy. I just don't like him as a road dog in this spot against a team that should be better and will be better. When they will be better, I don't know, but I think this is a good spot for them.
Yeah, the defense has been good for the Broncos. It's just,
they allowed 9 points to the Texans last week or something like that?
I mean, Russ just kind of looks like shit in the pocket. So I'm not sure if I don't think that I trust the Broncos enough to place the bet. So I would say lean Niners, but definitely go under 45. Monday night, should we wait? Should we play?
We can do it because we're not. Well, yeah, we can do it because we're not going to have a show Monday.
Cowboys at Giants. Get the Cowboys money line favorites plus 120. You can get the home favorites of the Giants at minus 140. Sorry, you can get the Cowboys, the underdogs, on the money line at plus 120. Giants home favorites minus 140. The spread is 2.5. Over under 39.5. I'm not staying away from that over under because 39.5 is just a disgusting total. I just stay away from it. But hey, you got the primetime thing, so 39.5. You probably like that half point.
Yeah, this one feels like it's going to be another one. First to 20 points, right? Cooper Rush looked pretty good again in that game against the Bengals. The Cowboys defense it still exists. Micah Parsons is still a beast. I think the Giants are due for a loss. They've won the first 2 games of the year, and everyone's like, holy shit, the Giants are back, or maybe not even that, but they're just kind of surprised at what they've been able to do these first 2 weeks. To get the Cowboys at plus money, I think is kind of a steal. Like, yeah, Dak is out, but they still have a good run game. Tony Pollard had a huge bounce back game last week compared to week 1. They still have Zeke. I know he's older, but they still have him. And then they have the weapons too. Now, the Giants have weapons as well. And they have a good run game with Saquon Barkley. So that's why I do like the under, because both teams are going to run the ball a ton, and we're probably going to see a bunch of punts. But I like the Cowboys at plus money against a divisional team that they have played well against in recent years, and it's not like there's a lot of different guys on this Giants team. Daniel Jones is still there. I'll take Cooper Rush against Daniel Jones. I think, again, I did say the Giants were going to be better this year, but they're due for a loss today or on Monday Night Football against the Cowboys.
I could see Daniel Jones turning the ball over a ton. I could see Cooper Rush not doing that, and I could see the Giants maybe figuring out a way to run the ball.
I just think the Cowboys are going to run, and if they can establish a good run game, Cooper Rush, play action, CD Lamb.
Yeah, you need one big play.
Right. So, yeah.
Oh, so I thought you were going to keep going.
No, that's it. That's all I got, man.
Yeah, just the way you were looking at me. I thought you were going to.
I can't wait for Friday's show. We get to do some college football. Maybe, hopefully, we'll be able to mention some lines that have moved significantly.
And two, we've been talking, bets. We do CHGO Bears After Dark as well, where you popped on Monday to give some bets for Monday Night Football.
I literally was on there for the entire show, too.
Nice.
I was so excited to yell about the Chicago Bears.
Don't give Cody a mic. He won't give it up. Cody is our guy. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. We will have our next bet show, like you said, on Friday.
I believe so. That's how we did it last week. So we'll do college football Friday, and
gamble our bones off.
Yeah. Can't wait. It's going to be so fun.
Thank you, Stephen Nicholas, for chiming in today, giving us those stats for the Cardinals Rams game. Thank you for giving us those totals on that. And we'll talk to you guys on Friday when we're millionaires on a boat.